You are not stuck because you lack effort. You are stuck because you lack strategy. You wake up, you work, you try, you push, and yet nothing changes. Not in a meaningful way, not in a way that moves your life forward. Because effort without direction is just noise. Motion without strategy is just exhaustion. You have been trained to believe that working harder is the answer. That if you just push more, sacrifice more, grind more, you will eventually win. But the truth is darker than that. The world does not reward effort. It rewards precision. It rewards position. It rewards those who think before they move. Most people live reactively. They respond to problems as they appear. They chase opportunities as they come. They fight fires all day and call it productivity. But the strategist never fights unnecessary fires because he prevents them before they start. Strategic thinking is not about doing more, it is about doing less, but doing it with intention. Imagine a chessboard. The amateur sees the next move, the strategist sees 10 moves ahead. The amateur reacts, the strategist predicts, and that is why one struggles while the other dominates. Every decision you make has a ripple effect. The job you choose, the people you trust, the habits you build. Most people choose based on emotion, comfort, urgency. The strategist chooses based on outcome, probability, long-term advantage. You don't need more motivation, you need clarity. Clarity about where you are going. Clarity about what actually matters. Clarity about what to ignore. Because here is the truth. Every yes is a silent no to something else. Every action you take eliminates 1,000 other possibilities. And if you are not choosing carefully, you are choosing poorly. Strategic thinkers play a different game. They don't chase everything. They eliminate most things. They don't react emotion. They calculate quietly. They don't rush. They wait and strike when it matters. Look at powerful people. They are not the busiest. They are the most deliberate. They say less, move less, but when they act, it shifts everything. This is the power of restraint, the ability to not act immediately, the discipline to wait, the intelligence to observe before deciding. The first principle, think in outcomes. Before you act, ask yourself, what does this lead to? Not today, not tomorrow, but weeks, months, years from now. Most people think in moments. Strategists think in consequences. The second principle, control information. You cannot think strategically if you are constantly distracted. Noise destroys clarity. The more information you consume without filtering, the weaker your decisions become. The third principle, play long-term games. Short-term thinkers chase quick wins. Strategists build systems that win over time. They understand that real power compounds slowly, then suddenly. The fourth principle, emotional detachment. Emotion clouds judgment. It makes you reactive, impulsive, predictable. The strategist feels, but does not follow feelings blindly. He observes them, then decides anyway. The hidden advantage. When you start thinking strategically, something changes. You stop feeling overwhelmed. You stop chasing everything. You begin to see patterns others miss. You begin to anticipate instead of react. You become dangerous, not because you are aggressive, but because you are precise. Real example. Two people start a business. One works 12 hours a day, chasing everything. The other spends time planning, positioning, understanding leverage. Months later, the first burns out, the second scales. Why most people never learn this? Because strategy is invisible. There is no instant reward, no immediate validation. It requires patience, discipline, thinking. And most people would rather act than think. Final shift. Stop asking, what should I do next? Start asking, what move puts me ahead 5 steps from now? Because the moment you start thinking ahead, you stop being controlled by the present. You stop reacting. You start directing. Two people start a business. One works 12 hours a day, chasing everything. The other spends time planning, positioning, and understanding leverage. Months later, the first burns out. The second scales. Why most people never learn this? Because strategy is invisible. There is no instant reward, no immediate validation. It requires patience, discipline, thinking, and most people would rather act than think. Stop asking, what should I do next? Start asking, what move puts me ahead 5 steps from now? Because the moment you start thinking ahead, you stop being controlled by the present. You stop reacting, you start directing, and that is the power of strategic thinking. If you learn something new, subscribe, because most people will never think this way, and that's exactly why it works.